No, I'm in Houston, Texas. This is Thanksgiving. We're hanging out with family and friends. And as a matter of fact, right now, this is family. This is my uncle, brother in law, chief, father. He's everything. He's actually a mentor to me. And he's been a very instrumental part of what I do, of me being in America, of which I'm very grateful to God. And we're here in Houston visiting for Thanksgiving, and we wanted to use this chance to bring you a different flavor of Houston, Texas. So this is a family heart-to-heart talk with Chief George Okakwa Nwosuh. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. That was a long list of achievements you brought up, but I'm grateful. No one does everything by himself, and just like you mentioned everything, I couldn't have done it without your help and everybody else's. I want to thank the family for your love and respect. I couldn't have been in any other family but this. And so we want to thank God for everything, just like we did yesterday by thanking God for life and for health and blessings. Thanks again.
Very good, very good. All right, on the more serious note, Uncle George, um, this is Thanksgiving, right? You have a special word to say of encouragement to the people of Texas, or in general to the people of the world.
Oh, yes. Especially my family and the people in Texas. To me, there is no other place better in the U.S. than Texas. I
Well, sorry, that's very debatable, though.
Well, we can debate that, but it's subjective to who is debating it. Since I came to United States, I have been in Texas. If Texas has not been a blessing to me, I wouldn't be here. So, as far as I'm concerned, Texas is the best place anyone can be in the United States, and I thank God for leading me here, for blessing me, for blessing my family, for blessing my extended families through here, and we haven't been in trouble yet. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. You know, us being here in America, we're considered that we're diasporians, right? I can't get my word out. So we have an election coming very soon in Nigeria, coming up very soon. Was it in February, right? And what do you think people in diaspora can do to help, or to help the Nigerian government elect, or the Nigerian people elect the right person? What do you think diasporans can do?
You know, I will say diasporans, they possess all the power in Nigeria. Many of us don't understand it. Many of us don't know it. What am I talking about? If you pick up a phone right now and call your family in Nigeria, you can command so many votes and tell your family, maybe you have a family of 50 or 100 or so, and you tell them, look, we have looked into everything. This is the candidate I want you to vote for. You're not in Nigeria, but you can influence those votes. So if I do it and you do it, and everybody else in diaspora does it, chances are whoever you pick will win.
Wow, that's a different take on it. And I mean, while you were saying that, it became. I saw what you're saying. It's some serious stuff, because we send money and resources back home, so our voices are very important, and they pretty much follow what the directions you give from here, being in America. That is a deep, and there's a lot of truth to that. So, being the case, you the one that is going to kind of point them to who they're going to follow, right? So What do you think? So diasporans should educate themselves about the candidates. What would you say that, or just pick whoever candidate that sounds good to them?
No, they, from my understanding, they talk to each other. They do researches. They invite these candidates into diaspora. They speak to them one-on-one. And realize folks in diaspora, they are not uneducated. They are educated. So by listening to these individual candidates, they are able to know who can do what and who is able to do what. And realize we judge each other not by what we can do, but we judge each other by what we had already done. So they come here and speak, but we still remember what they had already done. If they didn't do well before, why should we send them back?
Interesting, interesting. That's bringing me to the next line of questioning. You kind of brought that upon yourself. Yes, yes. No, you're not in trouble. But so I guess the question is, do you have any favorites? Are you supporting anybody, and why?
I do, having studied them, especially in the presidential election or presidential category.
Okay.
It's better to deal with the devil you know than the one you don't know.
Wow.
So again, remember I told you earlier. I said it's we judge each other by what we had already done, not by what we can do. If you realize, the present government and our present president made all kinds of promises. And people looked at him because he's a soldier.
So, okay, you're talking about Muhammadu Buhari.
Yes.
Okay.
He's, excuse me. People looked at him because he's a soldier, so he knows where the shoe pinches on how to get rid of Boko Haram and so forth and so forth. But he had a different agenda behind his back or behind his head. Or, he was thinking differently. So what he had already done is that we have seen now that he is not interested in ruling Nigeria. He's interested in switching Nigeria to a Muslim colony. So, and now we have a candidate who is contrary to those views, who's been proven, he's been tested, he's a businessman, he went to school, by the way, and he went to school, he has degrees, he has companies, he employed all kinds of people, up to numbering 50,000 or so Nigerians, pays them. He knows what a payroll is. He knows how to train people. He knows he has university. He's been tested. He knows how to put things together. He's been a vice president. He's been in the government. So he knows. So even without being told, as a person or his ability to rule or lead, he qualifies compared to what we have right now. And this one that we have right now doesn't know left from right. Okay, we're not even sure if the person we elected as president is the same person that is there now. Okay, because there's been rumors that there is a replica of him that has been walking around governing Nigeria as our president. So that is why we want to go the other way and try this other man.
Well, you haven't mentioned any name really. You gave me a long explanation without telling me names. You said some things, so you want our audience to guess who you were supporting or backing, right?
Not exactly. Well, I am sure that any true Nigerian, by listening to me, already knows what I'm talking about. I'm saying that we need to get rid of President Buhari right now. We're not even sure if he's the same Buhari.
Okay, well, that's subject to that's we don't have any proof to validate that point. So let's leave that as it's more like a rumor now or speculation, okay? Because on Still TV we like to bring you facts. If you have a fact, you want to show me, I would gladly take that fact.
Okay. Well, first, we have proven it's a fact. He has no certificate. He claims he does.
That is a fact.
That is a fact. And there are rumors that are facts.
Wow, that's sounding more like a American system there, Donald Trump. The man manufactures a lot of rumors that and claims they are facts. All right.
There's
Well,
alternative fact,
alternative fact. Wow.
you know. So we haven't had the proof that he's back from his hospital bed in London yet. We haven't had that fact.
All right. Well, I guess the whole this whole conversation is just pointing to people get involved, go and vote, and here on Still TV, I have endorsed a candidate, but definitely it's not about me tonight. Today it's about you. And definitely, you have your reasons for speaking whoever you are backing, and we'll save that for another conversation. But right now, do you have any last words to say before we wrap this interview up? And I'll say, may the best candidate win.
Well, that's your point. I wouldn't say let the chips fall where they may. We know where this chip is going to fall, and we are voting in Alhaji Abubakar Atiku into government come election day because of his achievements and his ability to lead Nigeria into prosperity.
Wow, I have an endorsement for Atiku, and which will really, really bring open up a lot of can of worms because we can go out direction. You're an Igbo man, a titled Igbo man supporting another a candidate from another tribe. That will bring out a lot of other things, but we'll leave that for part 2 of this conversation. All right, but you've heard it from the man, from the chief himself, and this is Still TV, and we'll stay tuned for part 2 of this conversation. Thank you for watching.